Turkish police have detained more than 100 members of the HDP political party. The raids occurred in several cities after an offshoot of the PKK terror group claimed responsibility for 2 bombings in Istanbul. The members of the HDP are suspected of having links with TAC. 44 people are now known to have been killed outside the Besiktas football stadium and in a nearby park on Saturday night. Well, as funerals are due to be held on Monday, we're hearing more about some of the people who lost their lives on Saturday. Well, let's get the latest from Iolo Dafydd, who joins us now from Besiktas in Istanbul. Iolo, there have been arrests. The death toll has risen once again. What are the latest details you can tell us?
Yeah, the death toll now is 44, and again, it means that more police officers are included in that final casualty list. So more police officers have died. Obviously, we knew yesterday, and even before dawn yesterday, we knew that there were people who were seriously ill and people who'd been seriously injured, and they have obviously been taken to hospital. So that death toll could rise again. Now, in terms of those arrests, they have happened across Turkey, not just here in Istanbul, but they've taken place in Ankara, in Adana, in Manisa and Mersin. So police officers across the country have been coordinated, and hundreds of police officers have been involved. Now, what's interesting is that 118 members of the HDP political party, that's predominantly the Kurdish political party, which have been arrested. And the allegations, as we understand them at the moment, are to do with links with the PKK group. So they are being suspected, or at least they are being detained and asked questions at the moment because of possible links to a terrorist group. And that's as far as we understand. Now, the PKK is a slightly different group to the TAK, but not according to the Turkish authorities and not according to the Turkish government. They see them as one and the same, even though they may have different aims and they may be targeting different targets inside Turkey. But for the authorities, they don't distinguish at all.
And Iolo, you're down there in Besiktas, you're near the stadium. What's the scene like now? Are things slowly returning to normal, roads back open and that sort of thing?
Very much so, because look, I mean, the name of Besiktas yesterday was, there were people here taking photographs, people were coming down here to take selfies, there were people laying flowers and bringing the Turkish flag outside the stadium all day yesterday, and there were lots of people here. Yesterday I also saw a march coming from Sultanahmet, another march coming from Besiktas. Now it's practically deserted, but there's a reason for that. It's a working day, and of course this part of Istanbul is pretty busy. This road that leads down to Besiktas is as normal. However, just earlier, up the hill here behind us, where the car bombing took place, near these international hotels, there were around 200, 300 people who came down to lay flowers, and many of them came from the consular offices in Istanbul. And what's interesting about that is that people from these consular, especially the European consular offices, but other consular offices like Israel as well, they came down, they've responded quickly, especially after the criticism last July that European countries were pretty slow in offering condolences and sympathies and actually saying, yes, there is a battle to be done against terrorism, especially here inside Turkey. So all that took place earlier, and there were quite a few people who came down to lay those flowers. Now, they've been taken away because, of course, it is a very busy road and a busy part of Istanbul.
OK, Iolo, thank you.